Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of Article Reactions. Some of the articles will be informative, some will be shocking, and some may just make you shake your head. We will be starting shortly. You do have the opportunity to financially support the channel in order to help it grow. So, in the very least of that manner, please like, share, and subscribe. Join Char Willie and Classic Ruby for their radio show, Keep the Beat. They broadcast every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CRBJ, Classic R&B Jams. There are discussions of the songs, and that can take you back down memory lane. If you missed the live broadcast, no worries. Replays are uploaded on Mixclout. So, follow JustAskChar Advice Channel on Mixclout, and you will receive the notification when these broadcasts are uploaded. So, thank you everyone for joining the show. We are about to get started.
Greetings, everyone. What's happening? What's going on? Happy Saturday to you. Hope your weekend is going pretty good. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about the weather, saying that they getting that cold and all that kind of stuff. Hey, we get that sometimes. This is still winter. You got a little break a few times, and then you got spoiled. I know all about that because that's what happens to Chicagoans. We get spoiled. But all the snow that we got has melted. Even that little snow we had that was in the grass yesterday, it is gone. And it's wonderful. We love it. The folks are out there downtown acting up because of St. Patrick's Day. They're out there drunk and everything. You know how your other cousins from your other mothers, how they act. Well, they are drunk and acting a fool. And then for some reason, the alcohol tell them that they love everybody. The other 364 days the year, they don't like you, may call you some names and everything. But that one day or those few hours in that day, they love you. I know you all seen it. Sometimes they'll act that way at a party or whatever. They'll move over to, the black and brown people and tell them how much they love them. I love you, bro. I love you. It's the alcohol talking. So, my question is that really the truth? You think so? Is that really the truth? Once the alcohol, because they call that the truth serum. It's a couple of names for when people drink alcohol, but I'm just wondering. I got questions. You think that what it could be? That is how they really feel. They like the black and brown people. They're amazed at the skill and ability that we have, the creativity. That's why there's a lot of emulation of that. But they can't tell you because one thing, they gonna remain with their people. They're like, hey, I stand with my people, so that's what I'm about to do. Could be it now. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's the way I see it. But hey, like I said, I got questions. I can ask them, but I don't know if I'll get an answer. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. All right, so what I'm going to do is get started with my first article because I want to get started a little bit early, just a little bit earlier. So that way we have more Kens and Karens because I know you guys, that's what you want. The time that people come in at the highest rate is when that time comes. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna believe you guys like I'm just getting off work or I just got my break. Oh, I'm on my lunch. No, that's all you want. You don't want news. You don't want to hear that stuff. I get it, but that's okay. That's all right. We'll grow anyway. It's all right. All right. So without further ado, you all know what to do. We're going to get started. You guys get your standing ovation together because you know who's here. The wonderful, the lovely, the classy.
Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there.
Stay down there, girl. Stay down there.
Girl, I'm sorry. I was showing up in time for the Kens too. I got in here late. I'm going to admit. Listen, I'm as bad as all y'all. I slid up in here like, yo, is it Ken and Karen time? Oh, right, news. All right. Fine, fine. I guess I'll do some news too.
Dang. It's like that.
Girl,
Dang.
it's snowing here again. I had to go pull out an old Karen from Christmas time because it is outrightly like it's blizzarding. Like it's not about to be spring forward in 10 seconds. Well, blizzards. Like,
Oh.
yeah, like, yo, so I figured, hey, listen, as far as I see, it's supposed to be March, but in Canada, it's like December. So whatever time I show up, I'm way early. That's how I felt about it today. So, you know, I'm working on that. I'm working on my rationale, trying to get one over on people. I know, I'm terrible. I know.
Dang.
I know.
Okay.
How you doing this lovely winter evening? No one can tell me it's close to spring. It's not. It's winter in Canada. Y'all ignorant, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing well. All the snow here is gone. It was in the grassy parts yesterday, but it's gone now.
Okay. Well, hopefully it blows over here too, because yeah, I'm over it. Like I'm like all the way 175% over it. Like not even like 100%. No, I'm more. I'm like those girls on Maury. They know it's 10,000% the father. That's how I
Mhm.
feel about winter being over. Yeah,
Okay, so you're over it then. Yeah.
very much. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Um, let's talk about some YouTubers. You know how it is when folks want clicks and views on YouTube. I mean, they do all kind of stuff, from harassing people and to just doing foolishness. So let's see what these two YouTubers do, because it's two of
Mhm.
them. YouTubers who attempted to spend the night in Pennsylvania Target now face up to 7 years in prison. So let me scroll down so I can let you see their lovely faces. And then let's see here. Where is it? Right here. Then I can pull up another page and read from that while you watch the beautiful faces. There you go. There you go. Right there. Is that beautiful for you? Like the mug shots? Yeah. Give me them likes and views. Give me them clicks. Give me them super chats. Give me them cash apps. Give me them PayPal. Yeah. All right. Let me read the story now on my other page. A night of fun in Pennsylvania Target store has led two YouTubers, Saucy and Honey. Ain't they spicy? Okay, I got this ad that's playing them and it won't go away. Wait a minute. Oh, darn. Give me 1 second. I pulled up another page and the ad started playing in my ears. Okay, I got it now. All right, Saucy. Okay, Saucy and Honey facing criminal charges that could result in up to 7 years in prison. West Whiteland Township Police says 25-year-old Johnson LaRose and 24-year-old Charlotte Fisher were arrested after hiding inside a Chester County Target store and filming the encounter for their social media channel, February 21st. Officers were called to the location for a tripped alarm. They searched the building but didn't find anyone. The next day, police said Target employees found surveillance video showing a man and a woman wandering around the Target store for hours with their phones out. The intruders didn't take anything during their time inside the store. It began it became a little bit bigger of an investigation, trying to find out what they were doing. Was there something criminal? Police Detective Scott Pazik says. The couple documented the 24 the 24-hour overnight challenge in Target on their page for their 17,800 subscribers. The nearly 26-minute video shows the pair building a fort to hide behind as the store closed and then wandering around aimlessly. The two claim they stayed inside the Target store all night, but police says they left through an emergency exit around 3 a.m., which is what tripped the alarm. They returned to the store around 8 a.m. in the morning to resume the video. Wait a minute. So you're going to do a 24-hour challenge, tell everybody, ask for cash apps and all that kind of stuff. They pulling for you and all that. And you went somewhere, went to sleep, and got something to eat. That's a darn shame. Let's continue. Um, the situation could have ended very different. Oh no, sorry, that's another story. That's it. That's all they wrote. That's it. Okay, that's it of the
Yeah.
story, y'all. Okay, well, anyway, um, they were wrong. Ain't that about something? They faked. They walked around everything, played like they went in that tent. Then they ran off and kept all the cash apps and super chats and all that kind of stuff. Ain't that something? I think these people need a refund. What do you think?
You know, Char, listen, at this point in time, I'm realizing that the separation between like online virtual reality and real reality is becoming very thin, very thin. And so to that, I say, yo, all power to you. Listen, if you got the cojones to do it, man, run through. Listen, you got that dude that what's his name? Something Wolf, Ice Sniper Wolf or something. Man, I'm bad with these people's names. Um, but y'all might have heard of this, right? Like, dude, after he just scammed a whole bunch of people out of like hundreds of thousands of dollars. But what's
Mm.
important to note is before he did that, he allowed the internet to basically run his whole entire galaxy. They knew where he was literally at all times, and they literally would what's the thing called when you call the police on people like falsely? um, swatting. They would swat him
Oh, that type of thing. Oh,
at
wow.
least once a month. He got swatted 30 days in a row. He got put on the no-fly list because they swatted an airport over him and used his name. They spoofed his number to swat police. Like, listen, at this point, I can't even hate on YouTubers anymore. I can't. If you're willing to go that far to get likes and views and clicks and clouts, hey, at least you're dedicated. You know what I mean? Like, you got a lot of people running around right now. They don't even make content, right? They just sit there and whine into a camera about woe is them in their lives for hours upon hours every day, and then get mad you don't pay them. So, like, the way I feel about it, right, is that if you are willing, you got the cojones, okay, and you invest that kind of energy, you deserve it. I don't know. I know. That's where I'm at right now.
All right.
I know. It makes me a terrible person. Guys, I never claimed I was anything wonderful. So, on that note, now what I was going to do very first and foremost is the Jussie Smollett case.
Mhm.
The problem is, I don't know why 2 out of the 5 tabs that I needed to open for the case are not working. They're just, and I can't even reopen them. I don't know what the problem is. So, hopefully, we can get that sorted out. So, in the meantime, I will cover a different story for now. Um,
Okay.
and it's a decent, I'm gonna say, lead up story, shall we say. And the reason why I say that it's a decent lead up story is because, I'm gonna also talk about Lindsay Lohan when I'm talking about this. But so we have this former deputy, okay? He's accused of raping
Mm.
14-year-old, okay, multiple times. He avoids a trial, he avoids prison, and he avoids a sex offenders registry with a plea deal.
You gotta be kidding me.
I wish I was. Um, like, yeah. So, a former Tennessee sheriff's deputy accused of raping a 14-year-old multiple times has accepted a plea deal that will see him avoid a trial, prison time, and the sex offenders registry. Brian O. Beck, 47, was arrested and indicted back in June of 2018 on 2 counts of rape by force or coercion and 2 counts of sexual battery by an authority figure. Investigators allege at the time the assault began around May of 2016 when the victim was 4 years under the age of consent and continued until around January 19th, 2018. At the time, Beck, who had worked at the sheriff's department since 2004, was relieved of duty without pay. That was his immediate punishment, just relieved of duty without pay, which I guess is better than normal because normally they pay them.
Right,
So,
right.
okay, fine. But then, much to the victim's family's frustration, nothing happened for the next 4 years. 4. This is your child. Okay, 4. The COVID pandemic didn't help the mountain of backlog either. The initial hearing to decide if a trial was necessary, the hearing to decide if a trial was necessary and to set a date was rescheduled more than 20 times. 20 times. Imagine
Wow.
this cop, raped, right? A child for multiple times for years. And they couldn't even set a date. They kept rescheduling it for 20 times. The parents, the kid, everyone's showing up for this, right? 20 times. Yeah. And the victim's father, speaking anonymously, says it's 5 years. She needs some closure. I mean, there are damages, major damages and unhappiness. She just needs some closure. She just needs to see movement of the ball. That's what she needs to see. Now, the most recent rescheduled hearing was for February 28th, but the victim's family would ultimately not see their day in court after 5 years. That same day, Beck struck a deal with prosecutors in which he agreed to plead guilty to a single amended count of aggravated assault. Yeah, had he been convicted of the original 4 counts he was indicted on, he could have faced up to 90 years in prison. Instead, as part of his Alford plea, he was given a 4-year suspended prison sentence. 4-year suspended prison sentence. Okay, which means he will not see any jail as long as he does not break the rules of his 3-year supervised probation. 3-year supervised probation. If he breaks the rules, though, he's going to prison for 4 years.
Yeah.
He must also, of course, this is very important, must also perform 150 hours of community service and must submit to random drug screenings. He can no longer own a gun and can never be employed by law enforcement again. In addition, he must stay away from the victim. He doesn't have to be on the registry. He doesn't have to stay away from any other children, right? Just the victim. Yeah. So, I mean, you have to think about this, because an Alford plea, right? This is an important fact. An Alford plea is a guilty plea. A lot of people don't know this. It's a guilty plea in which a defendant does not admit to the criminal act and maintains they are innocent, but accepts there is a very strong case against them. So now, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is for a couple reasons. Number one, the Alford plea. I'm going to be real with y'all. I have almost never, it's so rare to see a non-white person of some type of authority or privilege be allowed to use one and still get a decent plea deal out of it, right? Like literally people are forced all the time to plead guilty and then admit, yeah, I did this crime, even though they know they didn't do it, because otherwise they're going to jail for 500,000 years, right? Like that's what it is. But this cop could do something this heinous and they give him an Alford plea, first of all. And second of all, what the plea entails: no sex offender registry, no prison time. Okay. Zero. He assaulted sexually a child who was 4 years. 4 years. That means the oldest that child was, because the oldest age of majority is 18, right? So the oldest that child was 14. That's the oldest. That could be, it could be depending on where you are, it could be 16, 17, 18, right? So that means it could be a 12 to 14-year-old child. Okay. And he got zero prison time. Zero. None. Okay. I hope that point was made very clearly. And just keep it in mind when we talk about Jussie Smollett later. Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
I don't know what to say. I have some thoughts of how to settle that. They're not legal, and I plead the fifth. So the next article we're going to talk about, let's see here. It will be, let me see which one I'm going to show. I'm going to show, because I wanted to get as much information as I could. Because sometimes, what's the name of people? Yahoo can show you a little something, something. Somewhere else can tell you even more.
Hmm.
So I'm like, well, I'll use this so you can see the lovely couple. And then I can read the article that is kind of poorly written on another tab. But I just want you to see this couple. All right. Let me scroll down so you can see them. Let's see. Get my tabs together. Chilling posts weeks before house fire deaths. You made her like that. That's what the post said. And this is the couple. There you go. There's the lovely couple. Now let me go to my tab that I'm reading from, give you all the story. It's a bit rough, but I'll kind of skip over a little bit because I don't think even YouTube would want me to say some of the things that's in here. It says police investigating fatal Logan house fire involving Sarah Mudge as ex partner Stanley Obie dies. Police are unveiling the troubled history of a former police couple involved in a Logan house fire that has left both of them dead. Stanley Obie, 33, died in the hospital last night after sustaining critical burns to 90% of his body when his former partner, Sarah Mudge, allegedly doused him and his new girlfriend with petrol and set them on fire. The incident occurred after a court matter involving the pair had been finalized. His girlfriend, 30 years old, escaped the house with minor burns to her throat and was taken to the Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital for observation. Neighbors said the blaze had left them traumatized. Miss Mudge, 31 years old, is believed to have perished in the fire as it engulfed a home on Biscayne Boulevard in Logan, south of Brisbane. An autopsy will be conducted on a woman's body found in the burnt out house to confirm the identity. All right. The police have since been investigating the pair's complicated relationship, which spilled over into the court system. In the past, the two took out domestic violence orders against each other. Mr. Obie was a care manager for a retirement community in Brisbane. He bought the Logan property in 2019 and built the house where he lived for the past several months. In that house, of course, the new girlfriend was there. So, yeah. All right. Let me see here. We got some. I'm gonna go. No, I'm not gonna read this. This is really bad because they interviewed some neighbors, and when they interviewed the neighbors, they witnessed a lot, and it's really gory. So I'm not even going to mention that. But let me see what's in the Yahoo article because some children was missing. I mean, was mentioned in this one, but not in the other article. In that house, there was three children aged 5, 3, and 2, as well as the girlfriend. That's the other woman. And only the woman, she ended up in the hospital, but not the children. They got away fine, not burned at all. That's really horrific. And what this woman, this queen, she didn't like the breakup. She was not very happy about the breakup. And once it became final. And she didn't like that. They're still investigating to figure out who made the post on her social media saying you made her like that. They don't know if it came from her or someone else wrote it. But the story is chilling. Um, yeah, in fact, I'll give you the article where the witnesses are telling you what happened because, yeah, I'll give that to you. You can check it out. Um, I don't know. Crime of passion. Yeah, I guess you can call it that, but I
Mm,
don't know. It's a mess, you know.
mhm.
And very interesting. That is a very supposed to be the submissive woman, but she submit to arson. So
Mhm. Oh yeah. I mean, you know, I'm just gonna say this when we talk about submissive women. 99.9% of our Karens, especially the violent ones, are not black. Just saying. Okay, so
yeah,
uh, hey, listen, for better or worse, most people who have actually interracially dated a bunch of different races, who are black, will actually prefer to settle down with black women, because they understand that a black woman, like, yo, if you spite her, she's gonna spite you back, right? But she's a lot less likely to I don't
yeah,
know, cut off your Johnson, put it into the to the you know, the what's it called? The garbage disposal, and then try to feed it to you or something. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, we have our own different kinds of crazy. And our kind of crazy is a little less scary in my opinion.
yeah.
Um, all right. So the time has come, y'all. I had to reset all of Chrome, and then I had to go into my task manager and delete every little Chrome thing that was apparently still running. But it's fine. We have now gotten ourselves to the place where theoretically it should work. So, with that being said, the first thing I want to do, okay, is want to point out the hypocrisy that is America. Okay. I know I had to say it. And this is from like 10 years ago. Now, if anyone remembers about 10 years ago or so, right, Lindsay Lohan she was a whole trouble. Like that's she just trouble stamped on her forehead. She was not just drinking, she was drinking and driving. She was beating up random people in clubs, all kinds of stuff. Right. And they gave her chance after chance after chance, even after assaulting other humans and putting lives at risk by drinking and driving and whatnot, right? Chance after chance after chance. And they finally gave her prison time. Remember, guys? They gave her 90 days of prison time. Y'all remember that? Remember,
Yes,
they actually gave it 90 days. If you plead guilty, Lindsay, we giving you prison time. Yeah, I know. They gave her 90 days. Everyone's like, oh, no, you can't lock up Lindsay. That's horrible. And then this happened. Let's see if y'all remember this.
Lindsay Lohan has been released from jail.
Oh my God!
She served 14 days of her 90-day sentence.
Yeah.
And she will now have to serve 3 months of rehab.
Rehab, and she has to do that full 3 months.
Yes, there's no cutting that sentence.
And there was no time in between. She had to go right from jail to rehab.
Y'all remember that? I remember that. I remember very clearly. 14 days of her 90-day sentence. When do people serve 14 days of a 90-day sentence?
Okay.
Right? I've heard them cut down, like, you only have to serve half your sentence on good behavior, right? Maybe even a third of your sentence for good behavior. 14 days. And there was a lot of rumors that she was never in prison at all because apparently they released her at 1 o'clock in the morning. So no one actually saw her leave prison. She just wasn't in prison, right? So there's that. Okay. I just wanted to remind y'all of the way that they tend to treat rich people, even if they didn't come from rich environs, right? I mean, Lindsay Lohan came from the trailer park, but now she's rich. So she got rich people treatment. There you have black folk. Okay, now I'm not co-signing Jussie and his foolishness. Let's not get it twisted for a second. Okay. But there is 100% a discrepancy in the way the Jussies of the world versus the Lindsays of the world get treated. And it doesn't matter male or female. We just know that second-class citizen thing hasn't entirely worn off. Now let's listen. Okay, so first of all, Jussie was found guilty. If you didn't know that, give you this little clip right here.
After Jussie Smollett convicted on 5 of the 6 counts he was facing after being accused of staging a hate crime. We thank you so much for joining us tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm Natalie Pasquarella. That verdict read just about 30 minutes ago. So now the question is, will he serve time behind bars? Well, Chief Investigative Reporter Jonathan Dienst in the newsroom with the very latest, John.
Yeah, Natalie, it took the jury 9 hours over 2 days to find him guilty on 5 of the 6 lying-related charges. Smollett, who is black and gay, was convicted of making up a story of being assaulted in a hate attack. For years, his allegations had raised questions of race, hate, and lies surrounding his claims, which affected the city of Chicago and beyond. Today, a jury said he was lying. Jussie Smollett arrived at the courthouse just after 6 p.m. to learn his fate. He was surrounded by his family. Within minutes, the verdict was read guilty on 5 disorderly conduct-related counts. Count 1, lying to police that he was victim of a hate crime. Count 2, lying.
I want y'all to pay attention to what they just said because people aren't processing. The counts that Jussie was convicted of are counts of disorderly conduct. Counts of disorderly conduct. Okay.
That he had been beaten. Counts 3 and 4, making similar lies to another officer. And count 5, telling a false claim again to police. But on count 6, lying to yet another officer, he was found not guilty. The jury of 6 men and 6 women reaching their verdict, it's now up to the judge to decide if or how much jail time he should get. The former Empire actor was arrested soon after the January 2019 incident. Chicago police body cameras were rolling as Smollett reported 2 light-skinned men shouted racist and homophobic slurs, threw bleach, and put a noose around his neck as he went to grab food at 2 a.m. His story soon began to unravel when brothers Ola and Bola Osundaro told police they were paid $3,500 to carry out the choreographed attack. Surveillance video recorded them purchasing supplies and canvassing the block where the attack would occur. On the stand, Smollett testified he paid the brothers for a diet and exercise plan. They had worked as background actors on Empire. During the trial, defense attorneys called the brothers certified liars, that Smollett has been consistent with his story the entire time. And they said prosecutors offered no clear motive for the lie. Special prosecutors say Smollett was dissatisfied with show producers who weren't responding.
Now, this is the clincher, okay? Is this. First of all, nobody believed this was anything other than Jussie writing with his left hand, right? Like, adults don't write like this. That's just what it is, right? So they felt like, listen, he felt like maybe he wasn't being respected enough or, whatever. And so he decided to kind of send himself these letters and, they brushed it off, which kind of tells you maybe he was a little bit of a drama queen on the set. And then the whole story is, well, then from there, he said, oh, yeah, you're not going to take me seriously? Well, I'm going to get publicly attacked then. It's a passable story. I'm going to be real. It's a passable story because the actual story doesn't make any sense. So there's that. Now, for those people who missed it, I don't know where y'all have been. Maybe you've been watching too much YouTube drama. I don't know. Okay. But what was he sentenced with? This is the crux of my argument. This is my issue. So for disorderly conduct, remember, you have people who literally committed treason and stormed the Capitol and tried to overturn democracy. who got like not even community service, like barely a slap on the wrist, right? Like for real. People beat up cops and got no prison time at all. But what did Jussie get? Let's see. Wait a minute. He got 100. Oh wait, why isn't it sharing? I hate when this happens. You know what? Listen, guys, I was sharing it on my side. You have to blame the internet. It's not me. You know, I think what happens is I click something. I clicked the stop sharing button by accident, thinking I'm clicking sharing or something. Because I'm looking at it now. And I'm like, no, I think I clicked that little blue.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, we got this. Okay, guys, ready for this?
Ready.
150 days in jail. Remember, Lindsay Lohan drove around drunk and beat people up multiple times and got 90 days, of which she served 14 days that no one can prove she did, but fine, whatever. Right? But fine. He got 150 days in jail. On top of that, he has 30 months, not days, not weeks, months of felony probation after the 150 days, right? Plus $120,000 of restitution for wasting the cops' time and, you know, whatever. And then a $25,000 fine. Okay. So listen, I don't really have a problem with the last two. I don't know how y'all think he's going to pay it because he's been entirely unemployable and blackballed for years now. But, you know, fine. I get it. You're going to charge him some, even put him on some probation, right? I feel like there's some mental health type of thing should have came in there because clearly he was suffering from some type of mental health issue. I don't know, right? But no. The important part we're focusing on here is the 150 days in jail. 150 days in jail. Now, obviously, the prosecutor is very happy. You know, the judge, well, the judge basically parroted what he had to say. You know who can prove that to us? Let's listen to the family. The family, I think, is going to give us some really great insight, guys. Now, I don't know. I want y'all to pay attention to this family. I want y'all to just figure out if you believe them or not. Because they sat in court the whole time and listened to everything, right? Like, let's see if you believe them or not. I don't know.
Right now.
He spoke about his arrogance. He doesn't know the struggles my brother is encountering. He doesn't know anything that he's dealing with. He spent all that time shaming him. In 2022, we don't.
Oh, in case you're wondering what he's meaning by all that time, right? So like the trial was like 6 hours. You know, they deliberated for 9 hours. And then the judge did the sentencing, and that took just over 40 minutes.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I was able to see all of it. I loved it.
Yeah,
he talked to him like he was a child, and he is. He was acting like a child, so I enjoyed that.
It was good. Honestly, listen, if we had an extra 45 minutes, I feel like we should have just watched it. But you know, I was like, okay, we can't just watch the whole thing. But it was funny. So that's what this older brother is talking about, right? Like he shamed him. Like, think about, why would you care about, like, he shamed him? You don't shame people for their bad actions these days. That's terrible. Like, that's what this brother is saying, right? He's not really saying my brother is innocent and da-da-da-da-da. And yeah, it would be shameful if he was lying, but he's not lying. No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying, how dare you shame my brother for his bad actions? Like, that's what he's saying, really, right? Okay. Let's just keep going.
Shame people like this. All right. He basically called him a mental case. All right. If you look at that testimony, he basically reiterated and regurgitated all the prosecutors said. There was no independence. This is a duly elected judge in Cook County. He's supposed to be elected by the people, not just a stooge and a rubber stamp for the prosecutors. And I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. Your name again, sir? My name is Jussie Smollett. I'm his oldest brother. Okay.
So we got JoJo, we got Jussie. Okay.
I have something I want to say quickly. Your name, ma'am? My name is Jussie Smollett. I'm his older sister. First of all, I want to say my brother is innocent. My brother Jussie is innocent. This should not be a controversial statement.
See, this one believes him. The first one knows he's full of shit, right?
Right.
Yeah, he told his brother. He came to his brother a long time because that's his old big brother, right? And told him the truth. So he already knew. This one's been lied to the whole time because that's the first. He's innocent. My brother's innocent. This shit. See, she's the advocate of the family, right? So they made sure not to tell her the truth. She don't know. Okay.
Right.
Because it is the absolute truth. What should be controversial is the entire miscarriage of justice this whole ordeal has been. I pray peace over my brother. I pray the peace of God over my brother and all victims of oppression and hate. I pray that we can do better as a world. May the God of peace be with you. Shalom.
Heal the world. Make it a better place.
My name is Jussie Smollett. I am Jussie's youngest brother. My brother does not deserve this.
He doesn't.
I watched my brother go from being a complete victim, which he still is. He was attacked. And he is now going to jail for being attacked. I saw my brother get locked up within 2 weeks for being attacked. Do you know how crazy that is? They want to say in that court and say that he's the reason why folks aren't going to report hate crimes. They're the reason why folks aren't going to report hate crimes.
Because none of you believed it.
None of y'all believed it. We have letters from the NAACP, President Derek Johnson himself. We have letters from Rainbow Push Coalition. We have letters from the Innocence Project, all saying that he should not be in jail.
Well,
and they put him in jail. That judge chastised
he should not
him.
be in jail.
He chastised my brother. He does not deserve this. He was attacked. Do people never once think, even the folks who are naysayers, do you ever once think, what happens if he's telling the truth?
He's telling the truth.
Do y'all ever think about how poorly you feel in that situation? He's in jail for 5 months. That is unacceptable. For being attacked.
You see all this, the difference in passion, y'all? Are y'all seeing this? This is how you know. The first brother knows the truth. He knew his brother. He knew his brother was in on it. Okay. Something went wrong, maybe somewhere along, but he knew his brother was in on it. These last two, these baby ones. No, they think for sure, like their poor big brother. They can't believe he's being so hard done by. And this is really gonna mess them up. Okay, because like he is upset.
He really is. But he can email me at JustAskChar@gmail.com. And I'll, we can come, talk. I'll ask him some questions and we can get to the bottom of it. Yeah.
Okay, poor thing.
It is not his fault that folks are not going to believe survivors anymore. He is a survivor and he has been completely mistreated, and this has to stop.
He's a survivor. Dun, 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 dun. You know, I don't know the words. I'm a survivor. I done give up and something. I'm a survivor.
And we have seen.
Okay, wait. Now listen to this woman. Grandma. This woman, sure, I think they're calling her grandma. I don't know if she's actually grandma or not. I don't. But
she might be because they're not black. But go ahead.
Right now, okay. Before we listen to her, we're gonna listen to what she's responding to. Okay.
Okay.
Because for those of y'all who missed it, y'all have to know what she was responding to. So I gotta play that for y'all, so you know what she's responding. Because me saying it is not going to be the same as you seeing it. Now, if any of y'all were wondering if Jussie's trying to get a job when he gets out of prison, and this is sort of kind of an audition or not, I'd like y'all to watch the following. This is going to very much help y'all decide. It's impressive. It's impressive. Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am.
Oh, by the way, this is his response. This is after he just got sentenced to his 150 days in jail and blah, 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 blah. Right? He said, do you have anything you want to say now after I've lambasted you for 45 minutes? Right? And this is his response. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
You'll hear that? I'm not suicidal.
Okay? I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. and I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time, I am not suicidal.
Mr. Uche.
Now, we just gotta watch the last like 2 seconds.
Yes, Judge.
Suicidal!
There you go. gotta catch the end.
I am not suicidal! I am not suicidal! And I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Okay. Now, first of all, very impressive. Kudos, brother. Kudos. See, he didn't lose his acting chops, even though he's been blackballed, right? Okay. But, it's a good point to make. I'm going to be real with y'all. It's a good point to make because a lot of these dudes go into prison and no one ever sees them again and they committed suicide, right? It's like, no. I want y'all to understand I am not suicidal. Okay. Let's see what Grandma thought about that.
All right.
Again, I don't know. Is this actually? It might actually be his grandma. All of them are very light skinned, so maybe this really is his grandma. I don't know, but let's hear what she has to say about it.
Being inducted into the prison system, you know it, and you guys got to do more investigative reporting, more investigation. Okay, thanks.
Can you say, Molly? Can you his comments after the sentencing? The reiteration, the repeat that he's not suicidal. Are you worried about what's going to happen to him in prison? Why do you think he said that?
He just wanted to reassure us. Can you wanted to reassure us?
So that was for you.
He's innocent, okay? Like so many in prison that shouldn't be there.
Oh, she is really grandma. Okay.
Who are really making money, who are really corrupt. We've got to do something about saving our democracy here so that we don't get another Putin. Okay, I love you guys. Okay. I'm a film person.
Okay, so now you hear grandma. Mm-hmm. And this right here might explain why Jussie did any of this, right? Because she don't understand life because he's sitting there talking about if anything happens, I'm not suicidal. She's like, oh, he just wanted to reassure us because, we know he's innocent and it's hard to be locked up when you're innocent, right? So like, he just wants to reassure it. No, grandma. What he's saying is these people are going to come and kill me so I can't tell the truth. Right? So like she just missed that. Like she just don't, it's like no one ever told her, I guess, or I don't know. I have how no one told white grandma that that's a risk or that happens or that's a fear or I don't know. But okay. So guys, where's Jussie now? Right now, today, right now. I'm gonna tell y'all where Jussie is right now. Well, I guess the screen is already telling you he's behind bars, but in what condition? Okay. Let's hear that.
Julian?
Dina, as the afternoon sun starts to fade, Jussie Smollett facing his second night here at the Cook County Jail with good behavior. The 39-year-old prisoner looking at 75 days here at the jail, which is half.
75 days with good behavior. But Lindsay Lohan got out in 14 days of a 90-day sentence. Like I said, that seems like a lot less than half. So they're putting him basically into solitary confinement for 75 days. They are entirely isolating him, and they are already saying that from their review, he's probably suicidal. See, I catch the flex now. I see why he's worried.
Oh, he should be.
Yeah,
he should be.
Yep. I see why he's worried. When I heard that, I was like, oh, yeah, I see the setup, brother. I see the setup. So maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying that he's not lying because obviously, again, a lot of things went wrong with his little plan. But what I am saying is that he also does have a target on his back because this is not normal. It's just not. It's not what he requested. It's not what he would want. No one would want to be in basic solitary confinement for 75 days. The only people you're speaking to are the prison guards. The only, no, this is abnormal. So that's where Jussie's at. That is now, like, y'all, let's be real. If he was not black and gay, this would not be happening. He would even if with all of the proof against him, all the proof in the world, if they saw a camera of him putting it around his own neck and doing all this stuff and he was not black and gay, right? He would not be getting jail time right now. Let's keep it a buck. If he was this white dude, right? And he was doing this to himself, right? And they wanted to hang me for being MAGA. And we proved that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Would he get 150 days in prison? Come on.
Yeah, you get more time with that melatonin. That's just
with that melatonin.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. But what Jussie was trying to say is, I sure hate y'all sentence me here because Chicago is no joke. I hate that I got to go there. I already know what's up. And I'm just letting you know, if I don't come out, they got me, man. They got me. And he should be concerned. So I think he may learn his lesson, however many days he do, because they're not going to be pleasant. Not at all. I've actually seen a tough guy. I mean, he was tough. He was the neighborhood tough guy. I think he actually had a vagina when it came down to going to that particular place. He did not want county. He's like, take me anywhere, because he did not want that smoke. It is no joke. And that was some years ago. So I'm just telling you, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why he's like, he yell, I'm not. Something happened to me. Y'all know they did. And he's right. He's right. So I'm just saying.
Oh,
that's
boy.
the only thing he told the truth about. That's the only thing he told the truth about. That sandwich and all that, that's a lie. I'm telling you, Chicago weather is no joke. If you wanted to play the lottery because your chances was a little bit higher, you would have not gone out 2:00 in the morning. You just would not. Those temps were, I'm telling you, I was bundled up. I had 2 of everything on and still was cold. I remember that day. I'm telling you.
Do you? Okay.
I do. I even took a picture on my way home from work, and I couldn't even recognize my own self. I had so many clothes on, and I put it in Discord. I remember that.
I remember you actually doing that. I remember you taking a picture of yourself so bundled up.
It was no joke. So that's why I know Jussie lying. He wasn't out. He was out, but he wasn't for no darn eggs and no sandwich. So he can, miss me with that. I'm here in Chicago. I know. Thank you. But I want to shout out Mr. DJ Music. He has contributed to the channel. So he has made Sheed sing.
Ooh.
So Sheed, you know what to do. Hit it.
Oh,
thank you so much.
Thank you. Love that. You know it brightens my day. You did it just for me, didn't you, Music? Thank you. Thank you.
All right. That's funny. Okay, have value, man. All right.
All right. You see what Danteezy wrote in the chat?
Danteezy is always doing something.
Right? Just showing up.
And
I love his show translator.
Okay. But yeah, it was no joke. I mean, that guy was tough. Shoot. You heard County? He was like, meow, 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 meow. Yeah, I heard it, honey. It was no joke. All right. So I'm going to get to my last story so we can get on to them Kens and Karens. Let's see what we got here. Oh, well, this is kind of go right into being a little kitty cat, because I am a scary cat and I have no problem telling anyone. So let me share this, and Danteezy can tease me some more, because I do not care. I own it. That's one thing about me. I own my stuff. Whatever that is, I own it. Yep, I did it, or I didn't do it, or whatever. I meant it, or whatever. All right, here we go.
Breaking news to get to this morning. A man rushed to the hospital after being stabbed at the Walgreens in River North. Police say it happened after 10:30 last night. It's the store on Clark and Erie. They say a man started taking some items, so then a victim tried to stop him. He was stabbed in the face, neck, and legs, so multiple times here. He was taken to Northwestern Hospital in critical condition, and the man that stabbed him got away. Breaking news to get to this morning. A man...
Of course he got away. Okay, look here. When it comes down to being a hero, some things you just don't want to step into. You don't do that. I mean, you're a customer, you see someone going to steal something, just move out the way, okay? Just clear the path so they can get on out of there. That's what they want to do. Leave them alone. This poor man injured, jacked up, and everything. This is my story, and I'm sticking to it. I had an opportunity to work at a bank when I was 18. And I thought about it, but I knew myself at 18. I'm like, if someone comes in here and try to rob it, I'm going to give them everything. So it may not be a good idea. So I passed up on that. And then at age 23, opportunity came again. I'm like, no, I don't think I want to do that. I'm not that protective over somebody else's money. I'm sorry. It ain't going to work out too well. But I end up in another position at the bank, and I taken the training, and I was just sitting there, I answered all the questions and all that, and just thinking to myself, if I was to tell her, I'm not gonna do any of these procedures that they're training me to do. It's not gonna happen. They're gonna say, what you're supposed to do is A, give the person the money, and I'm gonna A, drop to the floor. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to pretend to pass out. And once I hear that person moving away, I'm going to crawl closer up under the desk because I'm not doing nothing. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't going to happen. I promise you, it ain't going to happen. So I just knew that was not a best position for me. I wasn't even going to pretend.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to get the training, but I was not interested at all. I am chicken, and that's it. I'm telling you.
I am chicken.
Yep. I'm a chicken. Yes, I am. Yep. That's me. Yep.
Yeah, I don't listen. I would love to say that, I'm an honorable person and therefore blah, 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 right? But the fact of the matter is, in reality, like in real reality, no, probably not, right? Like in real reality, I'm trying to live. I'm very determined to stay alive. Like it's just one of those things that I'm very attached to is me living, intact fully, right? Like I don't want to be living, but like, half dead or anything crazy, right? I want to be alive. So
yes, I do. And I can't think between, after I get those instructions, I'm dropping to the floor. That's it.
Yeah.
The end. I lost my job that day. And whatever happened. I really hate if anyone perished, but I already have fixed in my mind as 18 years old that I am dropping to the floor.
Me, I would be very helpful. I'll now be your inside man. Oh, you like the money, sir? Hey, listen, we have actually a hidden safe. You want me to go get you some money from it? Yo, listen, I got my wallet. What do you want? What do you want? Whatever you want from me, I'ma help you out. Right? I'm not the one who's gonna be fighting like attackers and muggers and whatever you want, you can have it. You know why? Because I can buy new stuff, right? But like I can't buy a new face or a new life, right? So yeah, sorry about it. Sorry about it, y'all. I know we're supposed to be honorable. Okay. And for those of y'all who go, yeah, but y'all are women. That's what men's is supposed to do. No. I'm sorry. No. I'm not telling any man that I love or care about that they're supposed to die to protect some store or some business or some random third party thing or the wallet I bought him for Christmas, I could buy him a new one. It's going to be all right.
Okay.
Right? You want a personal bodyguard? Hire one. Okay. So
that's right.
Right now, speaking of personal bodyguards, or at least rent-a-cops in high schools. Now, first of all, they're saying, well, the Jussie Smollett thing, and that's the reason why everything has blown up. Well, I would argue that it's more so George Floyd that, happened a few months later, but fine. But did we learn anything as a society? Well, I don't know. Let's see. So there's this rent-a-cop in this high school. Okay, these are 12-year-old girls fighting. Yep, that's right. 12-year-old girls. Yep. Let's see how the rent-a-cop deals with situation. Okay, we're gonna watch it again. I want y'all to try to take note of races and whatever you're seeing. Okay, now watch this again. Okay. Got two people fighting. Okay, there's the rent-a-cop right here, off duty. Right? Oh, did y'all catch that? I bet you didn't. But let's scroll and we can watch a still shot of exactly what rent-a-cop is doing. Oh, wait a minute. Did he snatch the black girl in the scenario and pin her to the ground and then put a knee on her neck to keep her still? Why, yes, that is exactly what he did to the black 12-year-old girl in the scenario. If you notice, they're not both black. Yeah. So that's at Lincoln Middle School in Kenosha. This happened on Friday, and footage shows the fight only lasted a few seconds, right? Very difficult to tell who started it. But again, not at all difficult to tell exactly what happened. The cop targeted one person, the darker melanin one. Okay. Now this is actually an off-duty Kenosha police officer who moonlights as a security guard at the school.
Oh, that's where he learned that move.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sorry. No, that I was told that they don't teach him that. Yes.
Oh, I thought they did, because it seems like it's standard operating procedure, right?
Well, like, we had an officer here on YouTube. They said they don't do that. So yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm just saying, it looks very much like that's exactly what they do even to 12-year-old children. But okay. Now, according to the girl's father, luckily she lived, but she was left with a neck sprain and head injury. Okay, because he was slamming her face into the ground while kneeling on her still developing neck, because she's 12. Not actually, you shouldn't do it to anyone. I was gonna say not 30, but like, who cares? It doesn't matter. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do this, period. You know how many fights I was in school? How many fights I saw in school? I never saw not one single solitary officer or security guard or whatever deal with children like this. How does it take this to subdue a 12-year-old? You know, grown-ass men can subdue me just by holding me still. And I'm not weak. But if they want to hold you still, they can. I'm just saying. Because especially when you're a girl and they're grown men, right? Because they got that grown man strength. So you're trying to tell me this was necessary? Yeah, I didn't think so. Now, his daughter was arrested on a juvenile disorderly conduct charge. Yeah, the girl right here, this one. This one was arrested for the disorderly conduct, not the other girl that didn't get snatched up and then have a knee on her neck for 10 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Just so we're all clear, but it wasn't racial at all. They make sure to clarify that. Yeah, it's not racial.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. All right. So on a lighter note, it's that time, y'all. I know you're rubbing your hands together. You can't wait. You're like, oh yeah. So let's get it, y'all. Let's see what Karen got to say. Karen, what's up?
Feet away coronavirus You are Karen.
Bam. Kablowie.
Always beautiful. Always beautiful. Now, Char, I think you're going to like this one. This one is very much showing exactly how feminine our palm-colored counterparts are.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you're really, I think you were definitely going to really appreciate the message from this one now. Because again, I mean, we hear it all the time. They're very feminine. They're definitely not aggressive like, Black women are. It's crazy. So let's see how she deals with a leaf blower. So this person is trying to blow leaves right off the sidewalk and the driveways and stuff. There's a lot of leaves from what I see, right? Let's see how she handles this situation. Yeah.
Dang.
Yep. Very, very feminine. I personally found that to be especially graceful and feminine. I don't know. What did you think, Char?
Yeah, I think she should have used all that femininity that she has and used that for the leaves. I mean, all the leaves would have just went away.
Right?
She just said, hey, I need you to move right now. I said, move right now. And this leaves just would have disappeared. Yeah.
Right? I think what amazed me was how violent she got because the girl was blowing leaves and some of them, I guess, blew at her daughter's car, who's at yoga or Pilates or something right now. Like, that seemed like a whole ass lie to me. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why did you have to throw in where she was at right now? Like, you had to throw in she's at Pilates. Like, no. That's like your delusion. She's one of those ones who believe that her husband really still is at the store buying a pack of cigarettes 20 years later, right? Like, that's how that one struck me. I think so. I think her daughter left all her toxicity and she can't handle that. So her daughter's at Pilates. Okay. Dang. Yeah, that was the real trigger for her. Okay, let's see. Up next, we got, I don't know, this is titled Karen. They're saying Chad, we like to call them Kens, whatever. Point is, Ken, just like Karen, feels entitled to you answering their questions whenever they have one about your life, even if it has nothing to do with them. Let's watch. Right, he has a baby on his shoulders. Like, you would think maybe he doesn't have time for it right now, but he does. He's always got time. Okay.
Let's call the police. I'll call the police.
Dude.
I'm going to call them right now.
Do it.
Identify yourself.
It doesn't matter.
Please identify yourself.
Please
identify yourself.
I don't have to identify.
Yes, you do, because if you're stepping into this building, you absolutely
You're not the gatekeeper of this building.
I live here.
It doesn't matter. I'm here visiting.
Why? Why does Karen think this? Like, why is this a Karen mentality? I live here, therefore everyone who I see has to answer to me, even though this is a building. It's not your house, sir. It's an apartment building or a condo where lots of people live. You don't have to know all of the people who live there and all the people coming in and out. They don't have to all answer to you just because you live there too. Like, that's what? Why do you think this?
Wow.
Oh my God. Okay, let's see.
All right.
Then you identify yourself.
No, they call the police. Like, this is really weird.
Leave. Please stand outside.
I'm not going to.
Please stand outside of the
door.
door.
I don't have to. You are in my way.
You have no right to be here.
You have no right to tell me that.
Absolutely, I do.
No, you don't.
I'm here to make sure the building is. Hi, there's a person
John. This is your home. He's calling the police on me.
John, your buddy here.
I don't have to identify myself to this gentleman.
Please let him know that if he comes in here, to let people know who he's visiting. Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Dude.
No.
Don't do that.
Dude, I can't wait to make this video go viral.
All right, y'all. So, try to help him out. Try to help this one go viral. Because, like, what?
Right. I mean, who are you? If you want to be security, be security. Sign up for it or use your time and sit there and say, or you have to tell the developers, I'm pretty sure, because they need to know that and say, hey, I want to volunteer my time, how many hours a day, to secure the buildings, make sure everyone is safe.
Right.
Sign up, do what you need to do, and do that. But just a visitor, wait a minute, I never seen him before. Identify yourself. Identify. What do you mean?
Right? Like, no, I'm sorry. First of all, like, and I'm just gonna be real, right? If someone who was bigger than me or stronger than me asked me to identify my name, where I'm going, who I'm visiting, how long I'm going to be there, the answer is no. I'm not telling you anything, because that's how stalkers get your, movements, and now they know how to more properly stalk you. They just watch that door and now attack you when you come out of it because you told them where you're going. It's none of your business. When I was a kid, I used to get so worried people were stalking me. I would press the wrong button. If I got into an elevator when I was younger, right, like say 10, 11, whatever, I was allowed to go to the store and go back home by myself, right? In our building, there was a store in our building, so I could go down to the lobby into the store, get the candy or whatever, because they had penny candy there, and then go back up to the apartment. But if I went in and there was just some big scary looking adults in there, I would press some other number, and it was above the number that they had pressed, right? I'm not telling you where I live. Are you crazy? Right? Like, I don't even tell you what floor I live on. Or if I had already pressed the floor and someone came in, then I would walk the wrong way. Like, I would come out of the elevator and turn left if I was supposed to turn right, right? So that way to throw you off. I'm not telling you where I live. What the hell's wrong with you? Like, I don't know where people are getting off with this whole thing. Like, I have to tell you no, Chad, no. No. Now, Char, you go like this one too.
Yeah. All right.
Ma'am. Extra. Okay, first of all, everyone's going like this one because this is an extra feminine Karen proving, right, that femininity is definitely a white woman's thing. But second of all, y'all are going to like it because Karen gets her just desserts multiple times. And everybody's happy with it. All right, let's watch.
He's right there!
Here's Karen.
And you came into my place and sat down. You are a shit! You are a shit! Get the fuck away from me! Fucking gross! My tablet fucking garbage! You're garbage! You're garbage! Fucking
Hey! Uh-oh.
That was time one.
Can I get a rewind a little bit?
Oh, yes, ma'am. We definitely can.
Yeah, I heard it. I'd like to see it one more time.
Right. So I want y'all to make sure you pay attention here. And then afterwards, we're going to pause again and we're going to ask what Karen did wrong. Okay.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh.
Pow!
Now, what did Karen do wrong, y'all? Karen decided that whatever she was holding in her hand, she could use it as a weapon. And Karen's misjudgment was that if she used this paper soft thing as a weapon to hit you like you're a dog to be tamed, right? That there would be no consequences. But see, assault is assault.
Right.
And when you assault someone, you allow them to hit you back, Karen.
Yeah.
Let's watch one more time before we continue through with the video. Okay. Boom! Look, she looks so shocked. She looks so shocked.
Sat down too.
My face.
Hey! What the?
Karen didn't learn anything, y'all.
She sure didn't.
Right? This is why we can't feel sorry for Karen. She's sitting here. Her face is red. She just got punched in her face by a man. You would think at this point she's learned something. But Karen can't learn lessons. Okay, let's what is this?
Wow.
She just attacked
Hey! And a brother too? Oh
Yep.
no. I think he was a brother.
Oh, but she wasn't done.
Hey.
She's not done. Oh, there's a whole next different one. There's a whole different black man.
Oh no, you
But
can't
he
mess
ain't
with
playing
my
with her
brother.
today.
Uh-oh, he wanna help you out.
Yeah.
Stop! You better leave him alone.
You got in my face! You piece of shit!
Cool off.
Fucking broke everything.
Cool off, sister. Cool off.
I literally
beautiful.
Did she say she literally sat down?
Yep.
It's men that should be there for people.
Yeah, the problem
Pretty
is
quiet
men.
now. She's pretty quiet. Oh, she crossed her legs.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you're just looking now, aren't you?
Go by the whole thing of taking care of women, right?
Yeah, Karen just doing a lot of talking now. She no action. Isn't that something?
Right? It's amazing. Right? Because see, when she sees that white man who is the person she has beef with, for the record, all the black men she hit along the way had nothing to do with her beef. Her beef was with that white man, right? But she can't hit that white man, right? Because I guess that probably reminds her of her daddy. I don't know. But she can't hit that white man. So instead, she's going to just keep hitting black men who didn't do anything to her. Like, okay. Yeah, so that's Karen.
I enjoy it. It was really loud. I really enjoyed it. It was a nice Turner.
Turner.
It was.
Yeah.
It definitely was. It was a good. I told you everyone was gonna enjoy that one. It's very satisfying to the soul, you know? It's always good to see Karen get her comeuppance, right? We're all tired of her, let's be real. Okay. Well, since we watched, Jussie act bad in Chicago, now we're gonna watch Karen act bad in Chicago. That's right. Remember, what did I tell you? It's snowing in Canada, so we're pulling out an old one, and it's from Chicago, so it's on theme. It's perfect. It's like a melange of perfection. Okay. Let's see how Karen deals with this scenario.
Go ahead, watch me again. Get out. Get out. I got you. Come back whenever you want, baby. I got it tonight. You want to come back, all right? Call cops. Call cops. No, come back. I didn't want to, but she's
She's trying it. She's so weak she couldn't do it, but she tried it.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Get your girl, man. Get your girl.
He's trying. You're not trying hard enough.
Okay.
No, fuck you. Get out. No, fuck you. No, you guys.
Do you?
Very feminine and submissive, though, right, Char? Like, this is her man.
Yeah.
He is literally trying to drag her down by her arm. If she's having none of it, I find this very submissive. How about you?
Extremely submissive. Wow.
Right? It's amazing. We have so much we could learn from this woman.
Right. Ooh, I'm going to take some lessons here. Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Nothing else. I'm you up. You think that's what you're saying? Why you ain't fucking crackhead?
Yep. He's still got to try to hold her back from outside in the winter. It's Christmas time in Chicago, y'all.
Dang. Man, my goodness. Karen is the femininity coach. That's who that is. So, we'll have to learn.
Right.
Because whatever it is we're doing is not working. So we'll have to, learn from them. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree. I think there's something there. It's a certain je ne sais quoi. We're not understanding. We're just somehow we are inferior to her level of supreme submissive femininity. It is quite like astounding almost how wonderful it is. So, kudos, Karen. Thanks for making us look bad. Okay. But let's see round 2 of a totally different Karen who just reminds me like they must be sisters or something. And let's see how she deals with being in a public restaurant type setting. Okay.
Oh.
What? What is wrong with you?
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're coming at you live from Market Day.
Yo, this one was she about done. She about done. She's like, no.
Hit her.
Enough. She's like, no. No, I'm done playing with you and your old delusional ass. I'm not allowing you to walk out of this restaurant with the delusion that we were scared of you, that you beat us somehow. No, woman, no. We are done, Karen. We're done. That's what she's letting you know right there. She is going to choke you out, and unless you willingly get up and leave, I worry for your safety. That's what happened right there. But again, supremely submissive and feminine.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
When men say jump, they say how high. It's
right.
Wow, it's almost miraculous. Like I didn't think they could be that level of submissive. So
yeah, they don't embarrass their man when they're out.
Ever.
Their voices are low.
Right.
You know, so
they don't cuss. They definitely don't do all that aggressive masculine fighting and whatever, right?
Nothing masculine about no, not at all.
Nothing, right? So I mean, come on. Ladies, we're delusional here when we say white women do it too. Like we're crazy. Absolutely crazy. This is how Karen shares while shopping.
Oh.
Yep, that's how we go in this today. How Karen shares while shopping. If you can't tell by the face, that's Karen. Okay, let's go.
You literally just tell me not to go down the aisle.
The law is 6 foot. You're trying to infringe. I'm not going to let you do it.
What the?
You can go shop somewhere else. And when I'm done here looking at what I want to look at, then you can come back. If you can't back up. Don't look at me like that. You ain't stupid. You ain't doing nothing but trying to confront.
She's not going to let you through.
Back up.
She said there's a 6 foot.
Call security. Security.
Why can't you go in there? She doesn't want nobody near her.
Security.
Okay. Well, if you move, we can go around.
No, I'm not moving. I was here shopping. When I get done selecting what I want to select, you can back up with the 6 foot law and wait, or you can go somewhere else until I'm done.
The cart is basically like 6 feet long.
It's the law. You don't want to obey it, then get the fuck out of the United States. Okay?
Oh.
The law.
Ah.
You got a problem with the law?
Mm.
Do you? I don't want to die today.
Where's your mask?
Honey. I don't. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Is it though?
Whatever, Judge.
I'm
Are
not
you sure,
interested in
Karen?
going to the hospital and dying because of you. Back up. I'm done.
Can you please get what you're getting so I can finish
As
grocery
soon as
shopping?
you back up.
Now, y'all, this is next level Karen, okay? Like, because when I first saw this, right, I thought, okay, she's an anti-masker, but it's weird because she's an anti-masker who's scared of catching COVID.
Right.
What? So you have the right to not wear a mask wherever you go still.
So
you don't
she
have
says.
to protect yourself in any way, shape, or form. It's everyone else's responsibility to make sure that you get preferential treatment everywhere you walk in the store. No one's around you. So that way no one infects you and you don't have to wear a mask at the same time.
Right.
Like, this is anti-masker 2.0. Like, I didn't even know the logic could get to this level. But, okay, let's keep watching.
Might do you some good to go do some other shopping, and maybe by the time you get back here, you'll have plenty of room. Back up. I need security.
We're just standing here. We're trying to get through the aisle. She won't let us through.
I'm not. There's a 6-foot law, and they're trying to get within my 6-foot range, and I'm not going to let them do it till I'm done selecting what I want to select. You can't let them by? No, I can't, because they get within my 6 foot when they go by. No, I can't. They can either back up or they can go do some other shopping and come back when I'm done.
This is
You
not
ain't doing nothing but confronting me, all right? You're the aggressor here, not me.
We were literally just trying to go down the aisle.
Like I said, there's a 6-foot law. You ain't literally trying to do nothing but make me sick and go to the hospital.
But then why aren't you wearing a mask?
That makes you feel
It's
better.
irrelevant because it mutated, honey. Don't act like you're stupid. You know exactly what you're doing. What?
So they're trying to infect you? I wasn't quite sure what that one meant. Really? Okay.
I don't have freedom of speech around here. It's obvious, right?
Yeah, so that was
The weirdest thing, because she's standing there having a conversation instead of getting whatever it is she wants.
Right.
She just won't. But that comment that she made when she said, get out this country.
Yeah.
That tells me that she's more so, doing her thing, prejudiced than anything.
Of course that's what it was about. Why, like, what you're saying isn't making any sense, lady. You're just trying to, it's like when they try to use reverse psychology or try to use your argument against you. That's clearly what it was, because you're not making any sense at all. It's you just feel like you should be able to shop at white only superstores, or I don't know, right? Just don't go to Walmart then, or wherever you are, right? It's just
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Thank you for your support. I definitely appreciate it. I hope you all tune in this Sunday at 9:45 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
I will be doing, it should be my last test with this new internet company. And if it all goes well, then I have made my decision and I know what to do.
Perfect.
So tune in for the test stream. It's already up. If I'm a little late, blame it on DJ Music. Yeah.
Yep.
Blame it
That's
on
what
him
I'd blame
because
it on.
because I invited him. So if he, I'm waiting on him. So that's it. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Exactly. It's, when in doubt, blame it on music. It'll be fine. Yep.
Yeah, but seriously, I'm start at 9:45, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll have some stuff to talk about for me to share and show you all. And those that I do not see until next week, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend, a good work week, and until we meet again, which will be Friday if you don't show up tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for our open panel. And we'll be here waiting on you. And until then, peace.
Cheers, y'all.